Hi everybody, welcome back to Bible in a Year. My name is Natalie and today we are on day 352. Welcome to the channel. I am so happy that you're here today. We are going to be reading out of 2 Chronicles chapter 23, Zechariah chapter 5, and then we're going to close out our day with John chapter 15, but we're only reading verses 1 through 17 today. So let's get started. 2 Chronicles chapter 23. In the 7th year, Jehoiada strengthened himself and took the captains of hundreds, Azariah the son of Jehoram, Ishmael the son of Johanan, Azariah the son of Obed, Messiah the son of Adiah, and Eliashaphat the son of Zechariah, into a covenant with him. They went around in Judah and gathered the Levites out of all the cities of Judah and the heads of the fathers' households of Israel, and they came to Jerusalem. All the assembly made a covenant with the king in God's house. Jehoiada said to them, "Behold, the king's son must reign, as Yahweh has spoken concerning the sons of David. This is the thing that you must do. A third part of you who come in on the Sabbath, of the priests and of the Levites, shall be gatekeepers of the thresholds. A third part shall be at the king's house, and a third part at the gate of the foundation. All the people will be in the courts of Yahweh's house. But let no one come into Yahweh's house except the priests and those who minister of the Levites. They shall come in, for they are holy, but all the people shall follow Yahweh's instructions. The Levites shall surround the king, every man with his weapons in his hand. Whoever comes into the house, let him be slain. Be with the king when he comes in and when he goes out." So the Levites and all Judah did according to all that Jehoiada the priest commanded. They each took his men, those who were to come in on the Sabbath and those who were to go out on the Sabbath, for Jehoiada the priest didn't dismiss the shift. Jehoiada the priest delivered to the captains of hundreds the spears, bucklers, and shields that had been King David's, which were in God's house. He set all the people, every man with his weapon in his hand, from the right side of the house to the left side of the house, near the altar and the house, around the king. Then they brought out the king's son, put the crown on him, gave him the covenant, and made him king. Jehoiada and his sons anointed him, and they said, "Long live the king." When Athaliah heard the noise of the people running and praising the king, she came to the people into Yahweh's house. Then she looked, and behold, the king stood by his pillar at the entrance, with the captains and the trumpeters by the king. All the people of the land rejoiced and blew trumpets. The singers also played musical instruments and led the singing of praise. Then Athaliah tore her clothes and said, "Treason! Treason!" Jehoiada the priest brought out the captains of hundreds who were set over the army and said to them, "Bring her out between the ranks, and whoever follows her, let him be slain with the sword." For the priest said, "Don't kill her in Yahweh's house." So they made way for her. She went to the entrance of the horse gate to the king's house, and they killed her there. Jehoiada made a covenant between himself, all the people, and the king, that they should be Yahweh's people. All the people went to the house of Baal, broke it down, broke his altars and his images in pieces, and killed Mattan, the priest of Baal, before the altars. Jehoiada appointed the officers of Yahweh's house under the hand of the Levitical priests, whom David had distributed in Yahweh's house, to offer the burnt offerings of Yahweh, as it is written in the law of Moses, with rejoicing and with singing, as David had ordered. He set the gatekeepers at the gates of Yahweh's house, that no one who was unclean in anything should enter in. He took the captains of hundreds, the nobles, the governors of the people, and all the people of the land, and brought the king down from Yahweh's house. They came through the upper gate to the king's house, and set the king on the throne of the kingdom. So all the people and the land rejoiced, and the city was quiet, and they had slain Athaliah with the sword. That's an incredible scene that I would have loved to have been around to witness. All right, Zechariah chapter 5. 5, right? Yes. Stay on track here. Then again, I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, a flying scroll. He said to me, "What do you see?" I answered, "I see a flying scroll. Its length is 20 cubits, and its width 10 cubits. And then he said to me, "This is the curse that goes out over the surface of the whole land, for everyone who steals shall be cut off according to it on the one side, and everyone who swears falsely shall be cut off according to it on the other side. I will cause it to go out, says Yahweh of armies, and it will enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him who swears falsely by my name, and it will remain in the middle of his house, and will destroy it with its timber and its stone." Then the angel who talked with me came forward and said to me, "Lift up now your eyes, and see what this is that is appearing." And I said, "What is it?" And he said, "This is the ephah basket that is appearing." He said, moreover, "This is their appearance in all the land. And behold, a lead covering, I'm sorry, I got to start that over. I get lead and lead mixed up. Like, what movie was that? The train and the, anyways. Chapter 6, what is it? And he said, "This is the ephah basket that is appearing." He said, moreover, "That is their appearance in all the land. And behold, a lead cover weighing 1 talent was lifted up, and there was a woman sitting in the middle of the ephah basket." He said, "This is wickedness." And he threw her down into the middle of the ephah basket, and he threw the lead weight on its mouth. When I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, there were 2 women, and the wind was in their wings. Now they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephah basket between the earth and the sky. Then I said to the angel who talked with me, "Where are these carrying the ephah basket?" And he said to me, "To build her a house in the land of Shinar. When it is prepared, she will be set there in her own place." The Polar Express. That's what it was. All right. John 15, 1 through 17. And Jesus continues to speak. "I am the true vine, and my Father is the farmer. Every branch in me that doesn't bear fruit, he takes away. Every branch that bears fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. You are already pruned clean because of the word which I have spoken to you. Remain in me, and I in you. As the branch can't bear fruit by itself unless it remains in the vine, so neither can you unless you remain in me. I am the vine, and you are the branches. He who remains in me and I in him bears much fruit, for apart from me you can do nothing. If a man doesn't remain in me, he is thrown out as a branch and is withered. And they gather them, throw them into the fire, and they are burned. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, you will ask whatever you desire, and it will be done for you. In this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit, and so you will be my disciples. Even as the Father has loved me, I also have loved you. Remain in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and remain in his love. I have spoken these things to you, that my joy may remain in you, and that your joy may be made full. This is my commandment, that you love one another, even as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends, if you do whatever I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for the servant doesn't know what his Lord does. But I have called you friends, for everything that I heard from my Father I have made known to you. You didn't choose me, but I chose you and appointed you, that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatever you will ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. I command these things to you, that you may love one another. He is our new covenant. In what we just read in Chronicles, how they were setting up that whole scene where only the priests could go in. It's very interesting for today, because then we close on Jesus, where none of that is needed anymore. He is the new covenant. And his commandment is that we love each other as he has loved us, with agape love, a love that doesn't hold on to wrongs, a love so deep that, I could do something so lame, and while it may be disappointed for him, he still loves me. That love is like a tidal wave that just takes away my sin and my poor judgment for the minute or the day. He is good and he loves us. If you are still on the fence and still considering, is this the path that I want for my life? Do I really want to give up my life to have a relationship with Jesus, have a relationship with God? I encourage you to continue studying and reading and open up your heart. You don't have to let your mind do all the work. You can give your mind a nap for a minute, because a lot of this is faith. It is believing what we do not see. We have the information and we are choosing to believe it, that we are loved and that God never sets his eyes away from us. He scans the earth left to right, looking for those who want relationship with him. He bends his ear from heaven to listen to our prayers. We've read all this. So I'm going to stop there. I'm sorry. I'm getting so chatty. I'm aware of it. And I really just want you all to hear the words. You are loved. I am loved. Let's grab it. Let's grab it and hold on to it with our hearts. Have the most wonderful day today. Come back for tomorrow, which will be day 353, and I will see you then. Bye.